Hey guys, Nthefastlane here, and today I kind of ran into a problem where I put my clutch down and the car wouldn't start. My brake lights were still on, and I was this close not really recording a video because it's 1 o'clock in the morning right now and I'm pretty tired, but I figured that there's a lot of people out there that probably really need to know this. They could be stranded somewhere and it could be really frustrating for them. So here's how you fix it. So this is where the problem is. It's underneath the steering wheel column. It's your brake pedal and your clutch pedal. There's two sensors. There's a switch sensor where when you push the pedal in on the brake, it turns the brake lights on because there's a button and it releases, goes in and out. And when the pedal comes back, it pushes that switch back in and the brake lights go off. Well, what happens is there's a little rubber grommet, and I'm going to show you. Just give me a second, I gotta find it. There's a couple pieces of it. This right here is a little grommet, and it sticks out about yay far, and it hits the button and it turns the button off so the brake lights go off. Well, when the button comes out, the little rubber grommet, that's it. Your brake lights stay on the whole entire time. Same thing with the clutch. On the clutch, when you push the pedal in, there's a little grommet up in here, and when it comes back, it pushes the switch in, lets it know, okay, you can't start the car, or you can't start the car. And when you push the pedal in, it releases that button and says, okay, you can start the car. Okay, so I'm underneath here, and I'm going to show you exactly what's causing this problem. Alright, if you can look right here, let me turn the light towards this way. There we go. This is our problem right here. This is the clutch, furthest to the side. And what's happening is, when you push this clutch in, it's got another one of these modules right here with the switch in there, up top. You can see it up there. Well, there's a button on there too, a switch. So when you push the clutch in, it comes down and it hits this top one up here, which allows you to start your car. When you let it go, it comes back in here and it hits another switch. And a lot of times these little buttons, the rubber pieces in them go. Well, when you push the clutch in, you can see, I'm going to zoom in so you can get a better visual of what I'm talking about here. But see how the actual button of the switch is through the hole? That's where the rubber grommet's supposed to go. You see that? It's supposed to, I'll move the clutch over just a little bit. So see how now it's pushing it in? Well, when it goes through this hole, it's not working right. Alright, so that's for the clutch. Same thing with the brake. When you let go of the brake, it's supposed to turn the brake lights off. And, okay, now here's the brake. Here's the middle of the brake right here. Alright, so here's the brake. And I went ahead and put, if you're wondering what this is right here, all it is a mouse pad, a rubber mouse pad from Walmart. They're only like $3, like $3.50 maybe max. And I cut I think 3 pieces out, and nice square, and I glued them together with some cheap super glue from the dollar store. And when you push on it, pushes the switch back in with no problems. And I got this. I just had this laying around the house. I probably could have used something that looked better, but come on, nobody's really looking, and it's really nice and squishy, so it's not going to hurt this switch. If you use a piece of steel, after a while of hitting it, especially with the clutch popping in and out, it's going to damage the switch. So this is what I did, and it's working out pretty well. So when you push this brake in, the light goes off, your brake lights. But when you let it, my bad, I'm so tired. When you push it in, the brake lights come on. Okay, now my brake lights are on. But when I let go, brake lights are off. Well, what was happening is that switch was going through the hole and it was never shutting off. And my brake lights were staying on all night long. And I came out and the car wouldn't start and my brake lights are on. So I'm like, so it's got to be a switch. So sure enough, it was. But same thing with the clutch. So here's how I make that little thing. I just take piece of this mouse pad and just cut a long strip out That should be good. I just snip it off. And now I just use this piece and I cut 3 sections out. The first one I'll cut a size and then I'll use it. I'll put it over each individual one and recut it. It's not going to be perfect or nothing, you know, but kind of like it to be a little squared off. And I'm just going to cut 3 of them out. We got one more. And that's it for that. Now I'll take my stack and your vehicle could need a little bit more space. So I'll take my stack and I'll get up under there and kind of push the pedal in and measure it between the switch, and it'll give me a good idea how many pieces I need. Mine only needed 3, so. Alright, so now I'm just going to take some super glue. Just this little cheap stuff. You can get it at dollar store, Walmart. And I'm just going to apply it. Now on the mouse pad on the top right here, it's going to be a little bit absorbed. Let me see if I can show you. Alright, so when you're putting it in there, it's going to look like it's kind of going into the mesh, but you're just going to keep putting it until it fills up at the top. And that's one. Then we're going to take the other one and just kind of set it on top. Same thing with this one. Now if you're in an emergency where you're at work or whatever, and you get out of your car and your brake lights are on and you're so worried that when you get out that you're going to actually lose your battery and not be able to start your car, a quick solution would be just to grab some paper. Just grab some paper, fold it up, push your pedal in, and slide this between the switch and the pedal and let the pedal go, and it'll turn your brake lights off for the time being. So you won't have to worry about, oh man, my battery's dead and who am I going to have jump me? Alright, so just let that sit for a little bit, push on it, and then we're going to just super glue the outside really good, the rubber part, and we're going to set it up in there. Alright, so I got the glue on, and I'm getting ready to put this one in here. Okay. You're going to push down on the clutch. And you're going to slide this guy right up under it. I'm going to turn mine sideways. Just like that. And just release it. And let it stick to it. Now that's going to work really well. It's going to hold it in there. And it's going to seal it on there. And you won't have any problems with that. And that's how you do it. Now don't forget, the one, if I can pull this back, the one all the way in the top, right there in the corner. See that one right there? That one. That is the one that when you push the clutch in, it pushes that sensor in, and then your car starts if it's a manual. You don't have that if you have an automatic transmission, so you don't got to worry about it. That's all rigged up with your park shifter. But with the brakes, all automatics have it. If your brake lights are turning on, that's your problem. Well guys, I really hope this helped you out. I'm sure there's somebody out there that'll have this problem, and we'll be real thankful that they found this information. I'm tired. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel.